So hello and welcome back to the GorillaBiker. Alright, so this whole area, and hopefully you'll be able to see it as well as I can, but it is absolutely beautiful. I wouldn't have shown you the actual rocks yesterday, because when I got here my camera died. But there they are, Seneca rocks. They're really freaking beautiful. And I will admit that Hatter was right all this time, which I'm not delighted about having to admit, but he was right. West Virginia is pretty damn beautiful. I'm also very glad I got a new front tire on. So today I think the plan is drop our keys back and then we're going to Spruce Knob. Is that correct? Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, I mean if we can see stuff, we can see stuff. If we can't, it just means I have to come back sooner. So you know, we'll get over that. Now the only thing I forgot to do is bring my visor that has the pin lock in it. So I might not be able to see anything anyway. So yeah, there's the rocks. They're absolutely beautiful. We stayed in a Yoakum's cabin, and this is Yoakum's. We got a burger here last night. It was very tasty. We are on to wet, amazing twisty roads. They're still amazing twisty roads though, so it doesn't really matter. Very cold tires right now. Thank you, Mr. Truck. I appreciate that big lump of spray in my face. Yeah, but hopefully all this is coming across on the camera, because it is genuinely beautiful, this whole area. So are we in a valley here, Hatter? Yeah, that's what I was guessing. So probably full of good farming soil and all the usual stuff that comes with valleys. Actually, yeah, just in case anyone doesn't know, generally a valley was carved out by a glacier, and glaciers carried a shit ton of smushed up material that they then dumped in the valley when they melted, and that made good farming soil. So there you go. Oh no, another one. No, that one wasn't as bad. That was actually fine. So I will say already that I would definitely recommend visiting this area. If you haven't seen the last video, that would have been out before this one. My ride up here from North Carolina, I literally just turned off highways, turned off tolls, and had one of the best riding days that I've had in a long time roads wise. It was just kind of constant beauty and generally good windy roads. There was definitely one or two highlights. I think Raleigh's Pike Road was that, like, just constant, you know, switchbacks. That was pretty amazing. And just in general, it's so pretty when you get into Western Virginia. Well, yeah, I would have skipped tolls even if I was doing highways, but yeah, definitely worth doing. And for other people who don't know this, because I know some people don't know this, Western Virginia is not the same as West Virginia. They are two separate states. Which some people actually genuinely do not know. Yeah, so in case you can't hear it, Hatter's saying there is a diner like at the foot of the road to Spruce Knob, which was pretty much genius forethought and planning. Like, well, people are definitely going to come here to see this pretty thing, and so now they have to eat food and they're going to eat it here. We'll actually be eating at that diner once we get to the top of Spruce Knob and come back down. Just for ease of video work, we decided to go to the top first. By we, I mean me. It's my fault. Ooh, bit of rear brake. Fair enough. Yeah, you can just stop and start. It's honestly what I need to do is I need to get a microphone and link it into turning on and off the GoPro, because, like, okay, it's very useful on days like today where it's raining and I don't have that media mod to contend with, but also cows. Look at all the cows. They're so cute. They're nice cows. I wonder what breed they are. I don't think hamburger breed is a breed, but you know, that's also a cool old farmhouse. Oh, my tires are warming up. I can feel it. Also, just in case everyone who watches this channel doesn't watch Fortnite, which I'm not sure why, if you watch this, you wouldn't watch Fortnite. You know, the whole explanation on tires and tire technology, which I think misses a lot of people. Like, once your tires are warm and designed for riding in mixed weather conditions, is this it? Alright. And designed for riding in mixed weather conditions, like, provided you're not riding in standing water, your coefficient of friction is not that much less in rain. Like, you can absolutely ride reservedly in rain. Just, you know, let your tires heat up and don't ride like it, you know, you're trying to race on track. But tires are designed for rain. You will be absolutely fine. Don't let rain keep you at home, you know, if you have a trip planned. We discussed this yesterday evening. What I just said is, like, you know, we have two extremely different bikes, extremely different tires with very different technology and what they're aimed at. I'm on Anarchy 3s, which are, you know, they can do gravel, you know, and he's on, what are you on again? The Commander 3. So, I mean, tires made to last essentially forever for most people who ride. Oh, that's a really cool barn. I like that one. But both of them will just do just fine in this rain. So of course, and as again we discussed last night, if you just really don't like rain and it's not like a trip that you've planned and you don't really care about putting it off for a week, then sure, avoid the rain, because rain does kind of suck a little bit. But if you have a trip planned with friends, then just do it. Exactly. Now, I will say, and this is going to sound weird, right? Because, I mean, I spent my entire life in Ireland decrying the amount of rain we got, which I still firmly believe in, by the way. There is too much rain in that country. But I actually kind of miss rain like this. It's sometimes nice. Sometimes nice. Not as much as it is in Ireland. But, you know, the fact that I've been living in a wonderland of sunshine and heat for quite a long time now, or a year, this is actually a pleasant version of rain, because the rain we get in North Carolina is like tropical rain, super heavy, and you know, I definitely prefer this. It's also, it's different. Like, it makes things look pretty. All the kind of clouds over the mountains and whatnot, and mist and whatnot. It's pretty. Yeah. Exactly. So again, if you didn't hear it, that's why the Smokies are called the Smokies, because of that. Yeah, exactly. Same thing. You know, obviously we are not in the Smokies. I was in the Smokies earlier in the year though, and we did also get to experience that while hiking, which was cool. Look at them, you know, smart. There's the Gateway Diner. That's the diner. Smart people. Nice. A 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. I've been warned about the roads up on the way up here. I also like how Hatter's let me go first, so if I do wipe out, he gets it on camera and can get a video going viral. It's like, idiot GorillaBiker falls off at Spruce knob. Well, the problem is I can't really see because of my visor, so I'll have to slow down. Also, there is standing water on the road, so I'll be smart. I'll be smart, and if my parents are watching this right now, they're like, we didn't raise a complete moron. Like, yeah, sure, keep telling yourselves that, parents. I wish I'd remembered to pack my safety glasses, because, like, generally if I ever couldn't see back in the day, I would just put on safety glasses and lift my visor, but I forgot. Oh, dude, in the dry, I can see a lot of people crashing here. Adder says he lost the rear tire once or twice, but you never crashed though, did you? So just for anyone wondering, I am in traction mode 2 and pretty much doing all of this. I just lied. Second gear now. I was in third gear for most of the rest of it. The only thing you need... You're in what? The only thing you want to be careful of on twins, if you haven't done this type of riding before around twisties in the rain, one thing you want to be careful of is the fact that all of your boof in torque lives low down. So I mean, the V-Strom's torque peaks at 4,000 revs, which is pretty much where I'm living. There's not a whole pile you can do about that. You kind of have to ride the bike low down in the revs when you're doing this. So you just have to be careful that you don't twist the throttle too hard. Whereas the nice thing about four cylinders, exactly, yeah, that which is worse. Well, it left you. I was assuming we were going the twisty path. The nice thing about four cylinders is they don't have torque low down. So roads like this on the CBF are always a little bit more comfortable because you just keep the revs low. The bike will do just fine, but realistically you're using like maybe 40 brake horsepower of the overall 100 that was available on that bike. Whereas here, horsepower is not your problem. It's the literally all of the torque is there. So, and I mean, Hatter's worse because he has a lot more torque than me, and he doesn't have traction control. Fatness. It might help you a little bit, but I still think traction control is probably better. Yeah, I can see why this is 30 miles an hour. I understand. Places like this as well, which is, it's a thing to remember, right? Is like, it's not. I know I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy. It's not a racetrack. As much as I love racetracks, like, the people who live here probably get sick of seeing motorcycles in their front garden. So pretty. Hey, that sounds good to me. So apparently we have a 20-minute climb ahead of us, folks. So I'm not sure will I show you all of it. I'll try to show you the more interesting bits, but I'm definitely showing you this bit because look how freaking pretty it is. You can rent a cabin here. All right, Toaster. If you're watching, Toaster, we're coming back here. Leaves, just to warn you, leaves in the corner. Or they're not leaves. They're chunks of stuff. Said you're gonna find leaves, acorns, everything in the middle of the road, which is why they keep speed limit low. And this is so smoky. It tastes like smoke. Why did I not pack my pin lock visor? Because I'm an idiot, that's why. That's there. I answered my own question. Which Shoei do you have, Action? I'll just update the folks at home. So Hatter has a Neotech too, and he's saying basically he has pin lock and it's actually doing a pretty good job of controlling it. So if you're looking for a helmet for touring and it's a flippy uppy, and honestly, I mean, you can't really go wrong with anything from Shoei. I think Shoei are probably the best helmets on the market right now. Ooh, a hairpin sign. We'll go to second gear and lift my visor so I can see. There we go, good bike. Good job. What people forget as well on like slow corners like that, generally you don't really ever turn your handlebars, but if you're upright you can absolutely turn your handlebars, especially, as Hatter will tell you, on cruisers. Rafe was one of the people who was supposed to, well, he was going to try join us but he couldn't get work off. Rafe, I hope you're not feeling too bad about yourself because this is fantastic. He's over in New Jersey, so it would have been possible for him to come. So when I come back next time, I'll definitely organise with him, which will probably be in the new year, judging by how weather goes here usually. So what Hatter just said is like late October is kind of generally the end of the comfortable riding season, we'll say. I know there's people out there who will right now be like, there's no riding season. I can ride all year round in the snow in my Harley Davidson. Which, I mean, maybe you can. I know people who can. The Flinch, for instance, rides in insane weather conditions. I definitely wasn't aiming that impression at anyone, I promise. Oh. So you see about leaning in wet, you can absolutely do it. I'm not leaning that much, but still enough to get me around the corner. It's funny because it's literally like, I always get asked, because I think, you know, there's plenty of people on YouTube, and I'll call one particular person out, who I am not personally a fan of, and if you're a fan of, that's fine. MotoJitsu. He tries to teach people to ride way too aggressively for the road, in my opinion. He doesn't accept comments anymore, and I have commented to him a few times. I think his comments are just turned off now. Well, there you go. Oh, Hatter is actually the only admin on my Discord server, by the way. So if you ever want to get a backdoor entrance into the Discord, that came out wrong. Yeah, but if you ever want a backdoor entrance into the Discord, give Hatter a message on Instagram. If you're nice to him, he'll probably let you in. Once you follow his stuff, there you go. That's the bribe you have to give. But yeah, I mean, it's just people message me and are like, "Oh, you ride on the road all the time, and you know you seem to do just fine on it." And it's like, yeah, well, it's kind of the old ride within your means rule, you know. Like for me, I am very comfortable with the speeds I'm doing right here, right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not pushing it. I don't want to push it because we're out in here like, why would you push it? You know what I mean? Whereas, like, the stuff he's showing people, yeah, but legitimately, that's why I don't like what he does, because he's teaching people skills that, sure, in parking lots are fine. If you want to do stuff in parking lots, absolutely. Well, that's what I was literally about to ask, is did he survive, before I repeated the story. But just to kind of put why I have an issue with his riding style into perspective, you know, is Hatter was saying he had a friend who he watched on a helmet cam sail off the side of the PCH trying to keep up with Moto-Jitsu. Now, look, I'm not blaming Moto-Jitsu. Everyone has their own free will. They can ride however they want. But basically what Hatter just said is, like, well, he doesn't obviously blame either of them totally. Both have, and I agree, both have, like, blame in that situation, because, like, yes, the person who was uncomfortable should have slowed down, but also I do strongly believe that someone leading a group does have a little bit of a duty of care to the person that's following them. I mean, I'm sure he was aware of the skill level of the people following him, and honestly, I don't think it's smart to encourage people to ride like that on public roads. I mean, am I an angel when I have the camera turned off? No, especially when I get with Grant. And Grant, if you're watching this video, I'm blaming you mostly. It's your fault. Haha. And you can dispute me if you want, but we have no evidence of that. But essentially, you know, I'm not saying that I've never done stupid shit on roads. And actually, Graham, I'm blaming you too. Essentially, you know, I've never recorded that. Well, to a degree, I've never recorded and published me riding like a complete and utter jackass, because I really don't encourage it. You know, I don't think it's a smart idea. You know, if you're riding on this, especially, like, ride within your means. Like, right now my visibility is low because my visor's kind of foggy. There's rain on my visor. And the whole, yeah, it might not be just my visor, but, like, you know, you have multiple things here today that modify your riding behavior to be, and I didn't mean this whole video to be a lecture, but there you go, that's what it is now. You know, I didn't mean it. I don't want to come out here and end up in a bush or off a cliff because it's my vacation, and then other people have to deal with the fact that I was an idiot, which is the last thing I want to do. So, I mean, definitely my behavior changed a bit after I went to the track, so I also do advise people to go. That's so beautiful. After I went to the track, so I do advise people to go to the track and try keep the completely insane riding to the track, because that's where it's actually for. And, you know, I never thought I'd be one of those old people who's like, keep it on the track, you young rascals. But that's what I am now, apparently. Actually, question for you, Mr. Hatterman. How do you feel about riding in this weather? Because I'll start, right? I actually kind of enjoy it. It's kind of like a little challenge. Am I insane? Maybe. But I actually do enjoy riding in this kind of thing, because it's like, you know, afterwards, like I said earlier to you today, you can kind of sit down and bitch about it and be like, that was terrible, but also I'm glad we did it. That was fun. It's kind of like the entire Scotland trip, other than the dry day we got. Okay, so Hatter says, if this was just for him, he wouldn't have done it. Which, I'll be honest, I probably would. Well, it depends. I already had the time booked off Friday, so I probably still would have went. If I hadn't booked time off, probably not. So yeah, it definitely depends on the situation too, I suppose. Good answer, Hatter. So now I just need to convince my work to open up a plant in West Virginia. Open up a plant here, move me here, because I'm tied to them with my visa. I guess it shouldn't be, but it does surprise me the amount of people who don't understand how visas work, actually, because I've had a lot of questions about, you know, my commute. People are like, why are you commuting so far? That sounds horrible. Why not just change job to move closer to where you guys want to live? The short answer is I can't. I literally can't do that, because that's not how visas work. Essentially, my visa is tied to the company I work for, so I have to work where I work. Yeah, now we just see the white. Hey, that's okay. It literally just means we'll have to come back and recreate this video. And also, I probably won't lecture people about riding styles. And I'd be really interested to see, do I actually get the traction light to trigger it all? Oh, watch out, branch. I'm kind of thinking and hoping that I won't, because I would like to believe that my riding style and tires will be enough. Because this is the first bike I've ever had traction control on. And in all the mountainsides I've ridden up, I have managed so far not to yeet myself off them. I do like that word, yeet. Actually, you know who'll know? Rafe, you know young speak. Because Rafe's young, you see, Hatter. So tell us, where does the young speed come from? Well, yeah. Oh, we going right here? Spruce Knob, highest point. Whoa, can almost see too much. Oh. Do you hear my brakes? They're like, like, why did you make me wet, Michael? Well, that was fun. Oh dear, I'm not repeating that one. Hatter made a crude joke. So this is the knob of spruce. Is it so called because there's spruce trees up here? Spruce Knob. Welcome to Spruce Knob and the top of the mountain state. How does Utah and Colorado and California feel about that moniker? Spruce Knob lies within the Cheat Potomac Ranger District of the Monongahela National Forest. I'm not going to try to pronounce that properly. Whatever you said. The Whispering Spruce Trail provides access to the Spruce Knob Tower, several wonderful views in a shady spruce forest. So it is because of spruce. Interesting. Trail is about a half mile long. There's also Spruce Tower, and I'm not going to read the rest, other than please stay on the trail, because don't be a dickhead and ruin everything on other people. Do stay on the trail. Yeah, it's cool. It was a cool ride up here. I would definitely recommend it just for the ride alone, but certainly if you ride up on a day like today, you're not getting a view. But yeah, the worst thing about all this is I'm actually going to have to clean my bike now, because North Carolina gets dusty, not actually dirty. Damn you, West Virginia. My bike's actually dirty now. I can't believe you've done this. I have to say, actually, since people have been asking me since I actually made the video yesterday, I'm going to have so many comments because we didn't have any coverage last night where we were staying. These are great. I so far love them. They don't let in rain. They're just fantastic. He can confirm how I was singing their virtuousness to the world. To the world that couldn't hear me. So, is there any value in walking to the trailhead? Well, in that case, if you've watched, thank you very much for watching. I promise I will come back in hopefully clear weather and show you the actual views. But that's the trail up here, which is really cool, and you can absolutely do it in the rain if you want to see nothing. I mean, if you're here, you may as well do it anyway. And we're going to go get some breakfast. Brunch at this point. If you have watched, thank you very much for watching. Do let us know how you like Mr. Hatter's pretty bike, because I think it's very pretty. Definitely one of the prettier cruisers I've seen, actually. I do like the colour too. And yeah, until next time, as always, a very special thank you to all of my patrons, of which Hatter is one. And he was #1 patrons, yeah, it's true. He forced me to do it and continues to force me to do it. It's true. Well, yeah. Until next time, thank you again for watching. And could you give the adios salute, please? Just do that. Adios. Outro crew, if you made a plan to go somewhere and the weather turned into this, would you still ride up here like I did, because pure stubbornness, or would you try change your plans? Let us know. Personally, I definitely would do it again if the option was given to me, because it was a cool road, and actually that blowy smoke is really cool. But if you are interested also, Outro crew, this is the way to the top of the trail, which we're not going to see anything, so yeah, I saw that on the sign. So there is a lookout trail up there, or lookout tower up there at the end of the trail, so I'll just have to come back when I can see, and actually hopefully bring Toaster, because she'd love this. So yeah, alright, bye Outro crew, thanks for watching this far, I love y'all.